Kelsey, how can I look better and feel more confident on camera? So if you want to jump into live streaming or start your own YouTube channel or start a Facebook show, or if you're already doing those things and maybe you suck at it or you're not very good yet, you're going to love my few best tips for how to crush it on camera. First time watching me, my name is Kelsey Humphreys. I'm host and producer of The Pursuit, a traveling talk show on success where I go in person to interview massively successful people, and then I break down success for the rest of us. How can we apply their strategies and the things that millionaires and celebrities do and apply it in our own lives? In this series, I answer your questions that you write in and ask me, whether it's about me personally or about stuff I've learned from my guests. This edition of KelseyQ&A, all about how to crush it on video. All right. First, I want you to realize, yes, I have old school paper notes. First, I want you to realize you can do a ton with a phone and a window, or a laptop and a window. You can sit down and get started right now. So don't let equipment hold you back. That's how I started my Facebook videos. I started my channel videos, my interviews with a GoPro and some DSLRs that weren't even really made for video. So don't think about all the equipment and stuff you have to get, okay? That's for later. Just get started. Once you do get started, I want you to set yourself up for success. Get everything situated for your best possible scenario before you hit record, okay? So first, you're gonna wanna think about your lighting. Turn everything else off behind you. We don't want any lamps back there or bright windows back there. Anything needs to be dark and like nondescript behind you. And then in front of you, you want a light, a lamp, a window. I'm using a ring light, and I have other lights in here right now that are lighting the wall. Basically, don't have light behind you or we won't be able to see your face. Next thing is sound. You do not have to buy microphones to get started. And I know on my channel, I've had microphone issues. I've had audio issues. I've had probably every audio issue you can have. But when I got started with a lot of my videos, there was no fancy audio equipment. I'm talking about for videos like this that I've been doing for years called Quick Pep Talks on Facebook. Those were just my phone. Like, there was no microphone. But how you want to set yourself up to succeed with audio is you want to turn off anything that's humming. You want to turn off your air conditioner. You want to turn off an overhead fan. You may need to shut down your computer if it sounds like it's about to take off. You need to put your dogs outside and maybe put your children outside. Anything that might beep, like turn your phone on silent, turn your computer notifications off, all that stuff, okay? Removing distractions. Like, just don't start on your computer when you also have all these other windows up and people are messaging you and a timer goes off on your phone, and all that stuff is just going to distract you from what you're doing. So turn off all the distractions when you're making video. Another one is the camera angle. You guys, put the camera a little bit above your line of sight, a little bit above your face, okay? Nobody wants to see you looking down at the camera. All they see is chin. Okay, it's not attractive for anyone. So don't do it. My laptop camera is on my desk and that's below me. What am I gonna do? Get a couple books, put them underneath your laptop, get your laptop up, okay, so that it's looking down at you a little bit. Bookshelf in your house, okay? Put your iPhone up on the bookshelf so it's a little bit higher than your line of sight. You wanna look up a little bit and you wanna be well lit. You wanna have the light shining on your face and you wanna be looking up a little bit. Also, don't look at yourself, look at the camera. I know you're gorgeous, but it's awkward and annoying. So remind yourself, look at the camera, don't look at yourself, okay? That takes some practice, especially if you're doing webinars or recorded stuff like Skype and Zoom, those types of things. Look at the camera. Next, you wanna think about your posture. Next, you wanna think about your posture. This is something I have to work on. I tend to slouch, especially if I've been doing this for a very long time. It's not attractive, your clothes start to bunch up. So make sure that you have your shoulders back. If you're standing, you might want to stand in the Superman position. Another thing I get asked a lot about setting yourself up for success on camera is what to wear. Solid colors, flattering colors for your skin tone. If you don't know, Google, what is my skin tone? What looks good with X type of skin tone? Google is our friend, okay? There's no prints, nothing too bright. I would only wear neon if you are a fitness instructor or if you're in some sort of studio that can allow for that, because it's usually going to really mess with your camera to have like neon on the screen. It makes everything else look weird, okay? You also want to think about not wearing something that's going to be falling down where you're constantly pulling at it, you're tugging at it, not wearing something that's too tight so you're constantly pulling it down or you feel like you can't breathe. The goal, you guys, is to remember that you're focusing on the message. So whatever you're wearing and whatever's going on around you needs to be the least distracting as you can get it, so that you can focus on your job, which is to do whatever it is you need to do on video. So the next thing that seems like kind of a no-brainer, but I want to say it because someone like me who does a ton of video, and like Brendan Burchard is a great example. He just stands up, they press record, and he just starts talking. Well, for a lot of people, that's not going to work. Even today, I printed out notes. And people who do these like live streams or quick videos or even vlogs, and it seems like they just threw it together, they didn't. I used to write just like 3 things on a Post-it note for myself so that I didn't forget. So you want to make sure that you're preparing. Another thing that's really funny, before you turn that camera on, if you are crusty and in a grumpy mood, don't try and make some positive live stream or go in and do some great interview or whatever. If you're feeling dumpy, it's just going to show. It's going to like taint everything. It'll just be not as good. Trust me. Don't shoot if you're in a foul mood, or if you have something scheduled that you can't move, find a way to psych yourself up. Second to last thing, make video work for you. I know that video is important. It's the future. It's huge in marketing. You have to do video if you want to be relevant. You have to do video if you want to be seen. That does not mean you need to do direct to camera video like this, okay? The best way to show how you work with clients might be for someone to just film you working with a client. You don't have to do this type of video. And you may be terrible at live streams. I know the live stream algorithm is important right now, but if you're like sweaty and nervous and awkward, much better to do recorded video. And on the other hand, you don't have to do fancy edited video. You can just hop on and do a live stream if you're better off the cuff. What if you don't need to be on camera at all? There are lots of scenarios where the goal is to show a product or to show scenery or to show images and just have your voice in the background, or have a different narrator and have it be all about your brand and not you talking or you talking direct to camera at all. And if you do want to do some edits, you can get away with a lot using iMovie or Movie Maker at the beginning, or you can outsource to someone for really simple edits for very affordable price rather than trying to learn all the software yourself. Don't feel like you have to have a professional Hollywood movie when you get started, okay? Remember, done is better than perfect. You want to make video work for you, not feel like you're a slave to video. Figure out what works best for you and your brand and do what you can. It's much better for you to be able to do it consistently and to do it well than to do whatever's trending in this one particular hot second, okay? Because we all know it's going to change like next week. The last thing I want to tell you that's the most important is to talk about what you know and love. If you get on and you're trying to talk about something and you don't know anything about it, or you have to have 5 million notes and you can't look at the camera, or you're just like sweating profusely and tongue-tied, that's probably a sign that you don't know and love what you're talking about, or you should just not be direct to camera on video. Think about it at like those super awkward like cocktail parties or networking events, and you're just standing there and you're like, please let me blend in with the wall, and then you're like, oh no, someone's coming to talk to me, someone's coming to talk to me. But they ask you something like, you know, they ask you about what you do, or they ask about your business, or they bring up something that you love, like Sooner football. It's like, oh, thank God they asked that. Something I can talk about. This is going to be easy. This is going to be fun. I'm going to be fine. You know, I can go back to my home and my sweatpants and my blanket fort after this, but I survived. If you really want to do well on camera, you want to be excited, energetic, you want to be smiling, talk about what you know and love. All right, I hope this helped you to get prepared and feel more confident for the next time you go on video. If you want more tips about crushing it on camera, you can go to thepursuit.tv/video. But I would like to know, what was your favorite tip? Did you hear anything you hadn't heard before? Leave a comment and let me know. And you can also let me know if there was something that I missed or you want me to expand on. If you have a spin-off question or a new question from this video, or any question really under the sun, about my interviews or my operation here at The Pursuit, or what I've learned from these massively successful people, you can go leave a question at thepursuit.tv/KelseyQ&A. There you can leave a voicemail, which means you can give yourself a shameless plug when you ask your question. Same thing if you send in a video message. I hope that you will go check out the extras if you want more about crushing it on camera, thepursuit.tv/video. I will be back soon with another edition of KelseyQ&A.